tukikusa. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? Oli Rudawa, Olabira Rudawa, Oliota. Today is Question Friday. All the questions that I dodge intentionally during the week will be answered today. People can answer them here. So today being Question Friday, you guys can ask whatever question about anything. Trust me, someone has been there before and they probably will advise you the right way. So Question Friday, we ask everything, and my question for today is, what inspires you to be a better person apart from heaven? If I've realized something about Africans, we are only good because we fear to go to hell. We are only good because we fear to be burned in the everlasting, ever hot, never stopping fire that is being made hotter every day by the devil or by Satan. Personally, I don't believe hell exists. I believe that everything that we are ends here. Everything that we expect to happen ends here. Me, I believe that once you die, you have died. I don't believe that there is a fire out there and that your fear for that fire should inspire your actions. For me, I believe that the only reason you should be good is because you want to be good, not because some satanic force will burn you forever once you die. Yeah. I also don't believe that there is a better life than what we have here. So I believe that we should try as much as possible to make other people's experiences here on earth better by being good people. Yeah, I'm not inspired to do anything by the thought of going to heaven. I think I do what I would want to be done unto me. If I want someone to treat me a certain way, I will treat others exactly like that. I find that that's a better inspiration. But the question is for you guys: what inspires you to be a better person apart from heaven? When we were growing up, we were scared that if you steal, you will go to hell, to everlasting fire. And I think for some time I was scared of that. And then I realized in my teenage years that maybe hell doesn't exist. Maybe it's one way that the religion gets us to do good by scaring us that when you die, you are either going to go to everlasting fire where you will suffer forever, or you'll go to heaven where you'll eat fruits and praise God and be in a cool place where there is AC. For me, I realize that maybe those places don't exist, and if they do, we'll wait and see. And of course, it's not you who decides where you go. There is a super being that decides that you go here because of such and such a thing. And yeah, so I'm not inspired to do good because of that. But what inspires you to do good apart from the idea of heaven? What inspires you to do good? Because some people are inspired by their kids, because they believe that when they do good for other people, then somehow there will be karma and someone else will also do good for their own kids. You get that? I've believed to partly be true, because I've seen people that were good, and when they pass on, somehow someone will do something for their kids because they had something good about them. And yeah, and when someone is bad to people, when they pass on, and of recent, Ugandans are getting out of the fear. If you're a bad person, when you die, they celebrate because the world is a better place because you have died. You get it? And Ugandans are getting out of that. So when Obote said the good Muganda is a dead one, for him he meant that a Muganda can be bad when they're alive, and when they die, everyone praises them. A person can kill people, yeah, and everyone knows he kills people. When he dies, on their vigil, everyone says only wonderful things. Even the people who lost their people at the hands of that person will come and praise that individual, that he was good, he was generous, he was kind, when everyone knows he was bad. Personally, I am happy that Ugandans are getting out of that fear, that Ugandans are putting off the mask of pretending that they appreciate people that were bad when they die. So I believe that then people start making efforts to be good to us, because then they know when they die, their kids will know that they were bad. You get? But people used to do bad knowing that when they die, people will only praise them. But today, and I think it's Ugandans are slowly getting drunk, yeah? You know, at burial ceremonies, it was only the drunk people that truth. The drunk people will come out and say, yakwatanga abakazi, yakwata ne mukagundi, bamukwatanga alingiza neighbor. It would be the drunkards that would say, you get, say abetaka lya gundi kati agenze nalyo. It would be the drunkards that would say that. But right now, in this generation, everyone says it. Everyone says it. Like if you come out and brag and say Like you saw, there is a general I'm not going to mention that was very cruel. And when he died, everyone came out and said, you know what? This person, it's good he has gone. And they said, you know what? He said he had guns. Has he gone with the guns and all that? And then you remember when General Katumba Wamala was almost killed. Of course, he lost a daughter, and the guard, God rest their souls. And you saw how people were. Of course, people had mixed feelings. They were like, okay, you guy, have you seen? You're not safe as well, and all that. And then people were saying, oh my God, why would you kill General Katumba Wamala? Why would you want to kill him? What has he done? And all that, you get it? And then there were a lot of things that went around. But you see that generally when you hear the comments that came with General Katumba Wamala's attempted assassination, you realize that he has been a good person generally. So you see, when General Katumba Wamala's attempted assassination, he was in parliament and punched some members of parliament. You get, like, what you did was wrong. That's a parliament. You're a general. You should have done this. You get, because we have standards that people are expected to move by. Yeah. So when he did not move by the standards, people kept it, and then they said, maybe you have reformed. Maybe you have seen that the world is cruel. That sometimes people will be bad to you even when you try to be good to them. So don't beat other people next time and all that. You get? So I find that sanity, and you remember when a former minister lost children, and of course people said he had stolen people's land, he was beating up people, he was generally, they were saying he was a bad person, and so he lost his kids. And people celebrated. I'm not saying it's a good thing for you to celebrate people when people lose their, but I think that's something that has been keeping us behind, keeping people being bad, because they know when it's a sorrowful moment, people will, oh my God, sorry, you did this. But now Ugandans are getting out of that frenzy of trying to be nice to people that are not nice to them. You get it? And me, I think we are headed to a better society when we get to that level. I find that Europe was already there, America was already there, where if you're a bad person and they kill you, like we have seen in the movies, they put your head on everybody sees. You get, the time of Jesus. Of course, some of those things were really unfair, but in the time of Jesus, people even made to decide, should we kill him or not? And then people would decide, let's kill him, you get, because he was bad. Of course, now when we think back, it was a barbaric way of handling things, but we think about how people were made to decide. You then realize that some people maybe had a reason to tell Pontius Pilate, you know what, kill that dude. You know, Jesus did some things that were rash, like he went to the market, which had been a church previously, and he threw people's food around. So that did not really make him a good person when you think about it. So when I'm sure some of the people that said kill him were those people who lost their merchandise when Jesus went to the market and threw people's things around. You get, and of course it belittled a few people. Jesus was a very sarcastic person. People don't like sarcasm, yeah. And then of course the Pharisees, I'm sure, paid off some people to just go and say kill him. You have seen even in politics here, rich people pay off people to say what they want to say. So I'm thinking the Pharisees also paid off some people. But anyway, I love talking about when I start talking about a topic, and I think I've been dying to talk about that as well. But what inspires you to be a good person, guys? Forget about heaven. In this conversation, Nandi agadde tujje mu Bible verses. I want the inspirations to be practical. Okitegeera, ebintu by'omwoyo bizibu bya kumanya. Yeah, things of the spirit are hard to understand. Yeah, so I would love for us to be practical. Say something that someone can relate to and say, oh, maybe that should inspire me to be a better person. So what inspires you to be a better person, apart from heaven, apart from the fear of hell? Just tell us what inspires you to be a better person. And then, of course, ask your questions, because it's Question Friday. Good morning, Nelson Waboyi, Travel Live Vlog, Ivan Kayuchi, John's Info, Muyombia Mark, Mwasuze Mutia, Moriborunje, yeah, to see me Eddie, Jay Sekaja, Viola Namilo, good morning, Juma Ali, Paul Seymour, Louis, Engineer Joshua U256, Tumuhimbise Ivan Jr., Morad K. Momo, Michael Yuji, Harbat, Michael Sebagala, George Senkubuge, Lucky Mose, Chigundu Chiwanuka, 360 videos, Giboni, Michael Edgar. What's the consumption of a Harrier old model? Kilometer, it depends. There are two Harrier old models. There is one that is 3000 cc and one that is 2200 cc. And then, of course, there is another one that is 2400 cc. So the 3000 cc consumes, it can actually even give you 3 kilometers per liter. You get. And I have a story, guys. Yesterday I did the inspection. I got home late. We finished the transaction at around 7, and I had to go do a digital marketing class, which wasn't in my plan. So I got home late, and so I could not post the pictures, but I'm going to post them now, and I'll tell you the story of that yesterday. So the people that bought we bought an Alteza, and for once I found an Alteza that I would have bought at the exact amount they bought it. You get. For once I found one, and I experienced it, but I'll tell you the entire story tomorrow evening. So the Harrier 3000 cc could easily give you 3 liters per kilometer, but count 5 liters per kilometer. Then the 2.2 liter will probably give you 6 to 7, and then the 2.4 liter, because then that's VVTi, will give you literally 7, 8, 9. Yeah, of course, depending on your driving habits, whether you drive AC, condition of the car, and all. So those are going to them. Krista Vinci, good morning. Joshua Agambie 2.2 liters will give you 8 kilometers per liter. Does it get there? Because there's a VVTi. Masakai Gamba 360 videos. Arenite Clever, good morning. It's a fresh Friday, thank God. Amina. Traveler, how is Tokyo? Good morning. Tale Samuel, good morning. Is Subaru Impreza 2014 too? All-wheel drive good for daily use? Guys, one thing you need to know, Subaru and Toyota are one. They are very reliable cars. And like I've said, of course, the Imprezas, and like all Subarus, have delicate engines. And apart from the delicate engines, you also need to understand that Subaru parts are more expensive than Toyota, and that majority of the time people have had blown engines. Like yesterday when we were doing an inspection, someone had a Subaru, I think it's the Legacy. Was it the Legacy? What is it called? That's sedan. The turbocharged one. So Subarus are delicate, and the parts are expensive, very expensive. So just that, you know, I'm sure you're considering it because they look good and all that. But even the die-hard Subaru guy, the Subarists, I saw this chick Pamita Subi Queen, saying Banang Subaru area. But of course she's passionate. So if you're passionate, go ahead and buy yourself a Subaru. Okay, Joel has said the one thing that inspires him to be a better person is because he does not want to sow a bad seed. A very good reason. He does not want to sow a bad seed. You reap what you sow. You guys have heard of that saying, yeah? You cannot plant nuts and then reap beans. You cannot sow beans and expect to reap tomatoes. You reap what you sow. Bambi omukazi aguze pads zigudde ate tategedde oba yono alabika yono How do I know their pads? Every man that has a woman knows how they look in their park. Joel abagambye chimfulo omuntu ali better tayagala kusowinga bad seeds. And by the way guys, these things pay off. And one thing you guys, I think we need to understand that when you do bad, it will come back. It might not come back in your generation or the generation of your kids, but your grandkids or great grandkids will pay. I don't know how the world works. But somehow your family, your bloodline pays for the good or bad you do. You get it? Yeah, good morning. Bamwise Amos Engineering Metal Works. How are you? LED lights, I don't know. They are priced. Network ekolako emikolo naye kasita tutadde. Let me concentrate a bit. guys, akaliro kabadde kakutte katika nkakendeze. I need to calm down, I need to relax. Akaliro kabadde kakutte wali okuvali mu one way. Yeah, so what inspires you to be a good person? And of course, ask your questions. Ekibuzo kyange kiri kimu. What inspires you to be a better person apart from heaven? Apart from going to heaven, the idea of going to heaven or not going to hell. What inspires you to be a better person? I'm going to read all these comments before I go, because the broadcast tugitandise mudde nange ndi mbudde so kwasaganya emirimu gy'abakama bange. So what inspires you to be a better person apart from the idea of heaven? Today's question Friday. Go ahead and ask all your questions. Right. Someone has just Murad K Momo amperezo omutwaro mugulabye omutwaro ogwo ngo highlightinze guli mu yero bana Murad Momo webale nyonyo anteredeyo omutwaro oli w'amaanyi nyonyo. Thank you very much. Now osobola okuteekayo omutwaro so that you support this cause. Murad K Momo agambye, what inspires me to be good, honestly, my family, to inspire next generation. Thanks for the broadcast. Live from United Kingdom, London. Yeah. The kind of houses you're building, the kinds of cars you're driving, the kind of friendships you're making, the networks you're doing, tuinabikolera the next generation. Waliwo abantu abamu nga baafa naye nga their family name, their family legacies will live on, like Apollo Nsibambi. Erinnya lye ligenda kubeerawo paka. People will not forget. He has been written about. See, a former prime minister, he has been written about. Ono guy, ono chiki ono. ono chiki omukambe mu kiga yani so she talks a lot. She says things as they are. Naye erinnya lye terigenda kuvaawo. Former vice president Wandera Kazibwe. Of course, for issue likes when she separated with the husband, also that will be, but she will be remembered as a female vice president that actually did something. There are people that don't work for the generation. We will be there, we'll eat our money and go. But my question today is, what inspires you to be a better person apart from heaven? High voltage, yes, I'm going to definitely do that very soon. Someone has that impreza. I think I should call them up by Jimpe Jikoleko review. Kari. Matovu Idris, hi. Edwin Mugerwa Gambi, any civil engineer around, educate me about the septic tank and biodigester. Which one is good for my home use? Edwin Mugerwa. I'm not an engineer, but me, I use the septic tank because the biodigester has not been researched a lot, and I've had so many people complain about the biodigester. I've had so many people talk about it. Me, I use the septic tank. Of course, septic tank ya but how many times do you empty the septic tank? I find that if biodigesters were that effective, maybe city councils, and because Kampala has sewage system, they would probably be using biodigesters at selected spots. So, Mzenga, I'm not a civil engineer, but the septic tank is more expensive in the short run, but I find it's cheaper in the long run. You can use the septic tank for 10 years and you have not emptied it. 10 years, I'm telling you. But anyway, let's wait for a civil engineer to tell you. Billy Crown is saying, what inspires me the most is to live and fulfill my purpose and vision on earth, not to go to heaven, because all I know is God wants you to do your responsibility on earth and not focus on heaven just. Yes. Ronald Muchwa, hi. Reina Jordan, can I use Nadia to do Uber? No, you can't. What goes around comes back around. I believe you reap what you sow. I want to be treated in a good way, and that's what prompts me to be a better person. Seth Kagaba, good morning. What inspires you to be a better person apart from the idea of heaven? What inspires you to be a better person? But God wants mankind to be on earth and impact earth with the principles and values of heaven. So it's always religion that makes us fear and focus our goal on going to heaven only. I've realized that people that only fear heaven are actually bad people. They are some of the worst. Heaven exists. After refilling my AC, how long does it take to? You don't need to. Me, all the cars that had AC, I never had to refill AC. Just continue using the AC. If you don't use the AC system, it will get leakages, and that's how AC gets depleted. God, the creator, focuses on making earth like heaven and mankind to influence earth and make earth the best place to be in. Good morning, Arthur. Can I get a Subaru Legacy before at 9 million? That's still in good condition. It will be old, but it's possible. Vinny Katz, Michael UG, Omni Wandiambi, good morning. Kampala Job Listings, good morning, Arthur. Can I get a Subaru Legacy before? Subarus are not fuel efficient. Apart from the Imprezas, the rest of the Subarus don't even mix the word Subaru Legacy before with fuel efficiency. How can I pay with Papula for my car? You use the UPF Mobi app. You put the number plate. It will show you all the police receipts that are on your car. Now go with that screenshot to a bank agent. Yeah. Omulaga Bajita, there is a code that URA needs. That person uses the code to pay off your receipts. Kampala Kapi Job 9 by Subaru X20. Orimgamba Kampala Job Listings, yeah. Buy X20. X20 agenda jijamu milioni mwenda banange. I know kuongerako. But it's possible. Kastate here on the number. The issue now is normally when someone wants to buy a car, they want a good car, but they also want a car that is in a new number plate. And normally when you have a small budget, you can't mix the two. What inspired me is the good I do. I always believe it comes back to me. I saw this from my grandpa and mom. I reap good cause of them. Thank you, Joel. Guys, ebintu byokola bazukulu bagenda bifunamu. Ebirungi byokola bazukulu bagenda funamu. Nebibi bazukulu bajja bifunamu. Nebibi. You guys can imagine the Mukajanga family. is still benefiting from what Mukajanga did. You guys know Mukajanga, the guy that was head of the Matadom. Yatava Uganda Matters. Yari akulira team yatava Uganda Matters, yeah? So that dude, Mukajanga, his family is still benefiting from the actions he did. So whatever buli chokola, nebo chikola nga tetukulaba. Abana bagenda kuchifunamu. Gwemanya. Arthur, I'm looking for a fuel-efficient car in the budget of 15 to 17, preferably Raktis, Raum, Alex, where possible. Yeah, you can get. Just don't be picky about number plates. Guys, go over a million years, is it was 1 million yabi? Don't be so picky about number plates. Otherwise, nebo yagala you BJ, bajaji kuwanga Alex, ogendo jiwulirem, ochitegeera. Saith Kagawa, I've been through tough situations. I easily related with people going through the same because I understand their pain. So that pushes me to empathize and help where possible. So Saith is saying what he has been through inspires him to be a better person. He's saying, Arthur, good morning. What car would you recommend as a first car for a movable car between a Wish and a Primosi Light? Okay, it depends on what you want to do. Bobo yagara kwevuga bwevu zigula Primo. Wish, on the other hand, is multi-purpose. Which tegera is a motor car zombie. The chances are high that you're going to get them with the same engine. Yeah. The Wish can do other things as well. The Primo yakwevuga swagger. There is no heaven and nothing inspires me to be a good person. Not even yourself saying kindu. Now when you inspiring. Mr. Arthur, yesterday, as if I had you criticizing Raum new model, kindly elaborate. Did I? I just said I don't like it. There's something I don't like about it. You know how you want to really like something? Naenga, what way chigana? You really want to like, I really want to like the Raum new model. But always something ticks me off and I realize there's something wrong with that car. Good morning, Arthur. Please can you talk about when car engine weaknesses? It's just weak, but it's a good engine. Karukumi ka vits kabira nemo paso amwe. It's a good engine. You just drive it like it's a weak engine and you'll have no problem. Service it on time and drive it like it's a weak engine. You'll have no problem. Arthur, the law of karma always humbles me because if you don't save and invest at my younger age, there is suffering in my old age. If I don't work out in my younger age, in future I will suffer. Chituf. Arthur, generally speaking, will the government monopoly of supply of fuel by guarantee the supply of cheap fuel? I don't know. I'm not an expert in logistics. I am not an expert in how the government works, but I think it's a bit of both. It could be the government trying to control fuel so that the government can get more money out of us, and then they end up selling fuel to us more expensively than these private guys. Or it might be a good thing that the government ends up giving us fuel at a very cheap price. So it's a bit of both, Council Patrick. I think the best we can do is wait. But I know that some government organizations, some government people actually are doing good for this country. They are trying their best. But politics is everything. And I think anybody that thinks that they're out of politics, they are not thinking straight, or they're even stupid, because politics affects everything. You can see it with what is happening in the US right now. The president hasn't even sworn in and he's already announcing what changes he's going to make. You get it? And the changes he's going to make are affecting literally everyone. So politics is everything. So with what you know is political, definitely. It's a political move. And if the politicians that established UNOC and the monopoly were for good, like the PR guys are telling us, I'm trying as much as possible to get hold of the head of corporate affairs, which is really hard. He's a big man, yeah. But if ever I'm able to get him, I'll get him to talk about these things. So we just have to be positive, guys. We have to be positive about our country so that we don't die young and live to tell the bad stories and the good stories alike, yeah. So let's wait and see what UNOC does. Of course, I'm after Gata and so kuka. I really hope Sengaga Soro Kudaimu Nkumi Nganya, because right now Nkumi Tano Zigulida Lite Jude. Ostegera. Good morning, Arthur. Can I get a Toyota Corolla Saloon model 2005 at 15? I don't want to guarantee because bobo ina milioni 15 Corollas are rare. They are very rare right now. But I want to say you can. But I don't want you to call me one day and say, Arthur, to get no Corolla 2005. If you want a particular car, yeah, you need to have the budget that buys it from the bond. Otherwise, if you're going to be buying a used car, I don't want to guarantee that you'll get that the very particular one. You know, I've had people that come and we are doing inspection and they say, Arthur, I want one that has a button here. And then I want one that has this particular thing here. The dot should be, guys, when you're buying an old car, there is no pickiness. We pick something that looks close to what you want, but something that will be practical when you're surviving in Uganda. You get it? So yes, Corolla 2005 model at 15, you can get it. So what I normally advise you guys is to call brokers right away. You have your money, you know the car you want, so call the broker, tell him, I want a Corolla, this. It looks like this. When you find it, tell me. When they find it, you call Arthur, we come and inspect. You get Sebakije Robert, good morning. Left-hand drive vehicles, see them with UG number plates, but why does URA allow them? I don't think they are compatible. They are. You can drive your left hand. It's only difficult for you. It's still a car, and URA is looking for taxes. So yeah, I find no problem with them. And there are people that drive left-hand vehicles, and they are okay with them. Chris Fitness, good morning. Heaven and hell is real. Ebya hell and heaven, tebiri yo the vehicle. Atengo Gambi is real. Good morning, Arthur. What inspires me is deep in my inner heart and soul with my God. When I do wrong, I feel compromising my spirit with God, my witness, because everything I do has results to pay for. Can I get a Harrier 2.4 at 15? It's better to get a Primo. No, don't. You can definitely get a Harrier at 15, eh? But it depends on do you want a Primo, do you want a Subaru, do you want a Harrier? Which one do you want? Ractis gives you how many kilometers per liter. Now, in my Ractis, depending on driving conditions, how much jam I find, my driving habits, I can get up to 13 when I drive full-time AC. Mixed city and highway. If it's only highway, I can get up to 17. Firstborn, good morning. Salmin, good morning. Edrin, Agambi, Katatumba. No, it's not Katatumba. I know I've talked about so many people, but it wasn't Katatumba. I've not, in all the things I've said, I don't even remember Katatumba in my mind. Firstborn, in this study, what inspires me to better is responsibilities. You want to set up a system to passively manage them without actively hustling. Edwin Mugerwa, a biodigester is affordable, occupies a very small space, and it doesn't spill at all compared to septic tank, though it is prone to strong detergents like Vim, but I recommend it. Good morning, Arthur. Can I get a Subaru Legacy before Nakuze Mudda? Busy Chris, yes. Good morning. Thank you, George. Arthur, njagala accountant ategeera byakola. Nko yabaye. You text me. My accountant is very good. You text me. It's a woman, but she's really good. And yeah, but she's really good. That's all I know. Good morning, Arthur. I have small business, and we don't pay a lot of money, and we want things done on time. We should actually be filing our final returns by now. Good morning, Arthur. Is it true if you fill your tank, your car doesn't consume? No. It consumes, but you take a long time before going to the petrol station. What do Uber? I want to do Uber, but I don't know which car I should use. Find a car that is 1.5 liters and below. Don't get tired of doing good. One day your children will be taken care of in your absence just because of your little good, the little good you did to people. So do good, not just for you, but for your grandchildren. Yes. Arthur, can you help someone rent any car for 1 month? I can probably connect you to someone that can help you get a car for rent, but then it's not on me. It's between you and the company you go to rent a car from. Yeah, that's why I normally recommend you Google or find your own renter. You get it, so that I'm not involved in those things. Yeah, so that you negotiate for your own terms. I don't want you to go and rent someone's car and then my head is on the line because of them or because of you. You get it. Politics determines the way how you should be governed. Arthur, I want to buy my father's TX model 99, but it has SSD number plate. Enlighten me about that. Now it's really very good engine intact. Only modern bricks, you can buy it. How has he been driving it? Is it in Sudan? How has he been driving it? I'm caught in between Siet and Raktis. Also talk about raising ground clearance of these cars. Village visits. You raise. Get springs or get spacers or get bigger tires. And also for me, I find that the Raktis is better. That's why it's even more expensive in the market. And what is the price for just rent? Some people rent you a car at about 100,000 shillings a day. Or 150,000 shillings a day. And then when your renting period is more, then they can probably give you discounts. After I realize people we live with or we listen to inspire us. I bought a car after listening to you. Friends and those we follow inspire us a lot. Amina. Kwikiriza Maria, good morning. MK Dental Hub. Hello, Arthur. All Kia vehicles, SUV. No. They have sedans. They even have hatchbacks. It's just that people that buy Kias, they decide to buy the SUVs. You get Miriam Atembe. Yes, Miriam Atembe is the one I was talking about. Dr. Matia Kasula, how are you? Lucinda Michael, but do these guys who claim to fix windscreen cracks? No. Just if the crack has just appeared, they have a chemical they put in there to mask the crack. It doesn't disappear. They mask. Like you see where the windscreen should be, the liquid goes there and fills the gap. That's why if like your windscreen cracked today and you took like 4 days, they cannot hide it anymore because dust has gone in there. Uncle Subaru Impreza 2014 eri how nungi na era CVT, very delicate guys. Sawa ya kubasibula. Abdul, thank you guys. Double tap the screen. Ata, can I get a new valve mati kuchibanja mpola ngabongedde only 2 million? Yes. Also, 2 million is actually standard addition bogule moroke ya loan. So guys, muzikize mbasibule neba sesa wanze gwe mulaba musanvu 10 mbadde nzukuka. My body is not used to that, and I think njagala ngene kwasaganye kubinkwasaganyako kumacha, then I take naps as well. Guys, double tap kamba siwule bantu bangi. Guys, what inspires you to be a good person? Think about that today as we finish the broadcast, and think about being a better person, not for you but your children and grandchildren. Buli decision njokolo lunaku lwalero bwenyigiriza abalala goyinza obutakisasuulira, and I'm sure there are some people that don't care about the future generation. I did inspections for someone some time ago, and for him he said the world is ending with us, so he doesn't care what he does. Ye yagamba the world is ending with us, so that probably tells you why he makes the decisions he makes. Takiriza anti the world will be here with his grandchildren. And he told me etafa yo imodoka avuga ngabo ayagala oba it's polluting the environment over asura ngabo ayagala etafa yo the world is ending with us. Me, I don't believe the world is ending with us. I believe the world will not end. It will probably be harsher, but it will not end. Double tap. Nelson Wabuyi, Travel Live Vlog, Ivan Kayuchi, Jones Info Muyombia Mark, Tusime Eddie J Sekaja, Viola Namiro, Juma Ali, Paul Sema, Louis, Engineer Joshua 256, Ivan Tumuhimbise, Morad K Momo, thank you for the 10K for today. Wanondawa wanokuguni ya enkoze yo mutwalo. Herbert, Michael Sebagala, George Senkubugi, Lucky Mose, Chigundu Chiwanuka, 360 videos, Gibbon, Michael Edgar, Chris Da Vinci, Council Patrick Asiku, Traveler, 360 videos, Egaminute Kevin, Joel, Ntale Samuel, High Voltage, Bruno Insingoma, Amos Engineering Metal Works, Matovi Idris, Edwin Mugerwa, Billy Crown, Ronald Muchwa, Rina Jordan, Saith Kagawa, Kabari Moses, Vinny Katz, Michael Yuji, Omni Wandiambi, Musarwa Derek, Kampala Job Listings, Kagwa Dennis, Michael Sebagala, Gilbert Amanya, Saint Chindu John, Julius Jr., Alexi, Sonny, Sebachije Robert, Chris Fitness Ruburwa, Eguma David, Firstborn Shagav Salmin, Edrin Mugerwa, Louis Stewart, Benzi Chris, the one and only Nicole, Kora, Kwikiriza Maria, Dr. Kasule Matia, Boss Dog, Amazima, when I do anything good for someone, Liba Banja, anytime I can call in a favor and I expect payback. As I've done many good things for the wrong people. It's totally okay, guys. It's totally okay. When you do good things out of the goodness of your heart, it's okay. At least your heart is at peace. Abdul, Arthur, okay. Julius Junior, Galasi Joshua Mix Farm, Arthur Mudul, you need a spare part shop ASAP. Hazy Hole, what inspires me is finding out Arthur is saying goodbye, yet we're still enjoying, but he has to go. Now, yeah, we are waiting for taxi. Yes, he's going to come. Guys, thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. Namu Abadi Mukamori, I don't take it for granted. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll tell you about yesterday's inspection. May the good Lord bless you. Ciao.